What are some strategies you would bring to the board to improve discipline and decrease suspension and expulsion? Candidate Rushwood?
We have our security staff. I really think we need to increase the restorative justice to help out with anything. I mean, we discipline so much. You know, you're saying that we discipline too much. Now you're wanting us to bring discipline back in. You know, I don't want to increase its suspension rates. I want to find a way to be able to keep the students in.
All right, thank you. Candidate Morris?
I think we need to use suspension as a measure of last resort when that affects the safety of the students involved or the safety of the staff. Then that person, if they're a physical threat to somebody, they probably should need to be removed from the school at that point. I don't think we should have a knee-jerk reaction and just hand out suspensions willy-nilly. We need to look at every case. We need to look at the cause and try to identify why this happened and take steps to mitigate that. We need to have our teachers have trauma training, the ACEs training. They need to be able to identify the problems with the students and be able to address those at that level. Suspension should be a last resort.
Thank you. Candidate Moore?
Restorative practices and restorative justice implemented throughout the entire district. Every staff member in every building should be trained and should be bought into this program because that's the only way it's going to work. We have restorative practices right now at a couple of our high schools, and we have peer mediation at some of the junior highs and elementary schools. But it's so limited. It's limited to just, a couple of hours a week, per building. So, you get to sit down with maybe 3 students who are in conflict, and you can help those 3 students not get in a fight and not get suspended. You can find out what's going on. I mean, that's 3. But if we have this going on in all of our classrooms, so all of our teachers and all of our staff members know when something is going on, they know what questions to ask to find out the root cause, find out why this is happening and how they can stop it, how they can support a kid. That works far better than suspensions.
Thank you. Candidate Jackson?
I concur with everything that Tanya just said, and it is, you need a root cause analysis. You need to be able to figure out why is the student reacting this way, what's going on. You just can't continue to suspend them, and as Morris said earlier, hey, I got suspended. The only thing I came back to was I was behind in my homework. I'm already failing, so now I'm really failing. So we got to find other alternatives besides suspension. One of the things I certainly would like to see, I think that the school needs to bring an anti-racism team back. My understanding that is diminished. It needs to be recovered. It is effective. We have one in the library that is fully supported by our board. It was endorsed by our board, and it made a huge difference. We are a 145-year-plus old institution. That was a very white institution, that we acknowledge that. And we, for the first time, have hired our first person of color in management ever in the institution of the library, ever, in 100+ some years. So you have to be intentional about this stuff, and the school needs to do the same thing.
Would you like to repeat anything?